Oh, Senator. Hi, everybody. My name is Cheryl Bell. I'm not a farmer per se, but because I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but I did inherit the land. Started using it, along with my dad. We had cows and things like that. But when they passed away, I had to figure out something to do with this property, right? Piggybacking off some work that I did in Ohio, which is working with kids with autism and muscular dystrophy and horseback therapy. I started doing it here on my farm in a therapeutic center in Montgomery. In '09, I started a 4-H club in my own club called Young People's Forest and Garden Club, and then we implemented 4-H into that. Well, when COVID hit, it kind of ended that program for a little while. Like someone else said, we started doing things over Zoom. I'm also the state president for National Women in Agriculture, which acts as a liaison between these entities, the USDA and Natural Resources and Conservation Services. So we've been able to help many farmers, connect with those resources. The downside is that the grants that we did have to do this thing with beginning farmers, and specifically what the USDA determined as historically underserved and underprivileged farmers, which are minorities, Black, Hispanic, so forth. Unfortunately, those funds have been cut, terminated. Those grants have been terminated. And that's kind of what I want to address is there something filling that gap? Because this administration has basically fired 40% of the USDA. So 40% of the staff of the USDA is not there. I'm having trouble just finding my agent in Montgomery. And I don't know if he's here today, but anyway, I just want to know, is someone filling in this gap? We've been determined DEI, therefore terminated. So we're not able to put the same language into our, organization, into our grants, because my thing, our thing was bringing all of these programs, not only to youth, but specifically to Black youth. That was my goal. That's my goal. But my long-term goal is still a teaching farm on my place. We've got about 30 acres. So our thing is to build a teaching farm. And with the help of these guys from Tuskegee, I know that we'll get it done because right now, we're getting back in motion, and with about 30 or 40 kids coming aboard, I just want to make sure that the gaps that are being, open, that we find some way to fill in those gaps, whether it's with other resources, whether we just need to change the language when we go applying for grants. And if we have to do that, then how do we still focus on our mission, and not deny what we're trying to actually do.
All right. Thank you very much. You heard his comments. Thank you very much, Mr. Bell, for those comments.
He was looking at me when he made those comments, and I don't have all those answers, but yes, we do have to change the language of the grant. It still can be for low resource minority folks, but you have to change that language. Now, we do have a person, I don't see it in here. I see Mr. Hodge have his hand. You're going to speak to this, Mr. Hodge? Okay, right here. Okay, we got someone going to speak to it right here.
Let's get on with it.